What's going on, guys? For people that don't know me, I'm a Diamond ADC main. Just gonna do some patch rundowns, and there's a few little ADC changes that I kind of care about. So let's get into it. So the new champion Kai'Sa. I've played her a little bit on the PvE. She seems cool. It seems like, at least from what I've seen, which is nothing to go off, but she just feels a little bit clunky. Feels like her kit doesn't mesh well together, but that's just my opinion from a few games on the PvE. Like, it's nothing to go off. We're gonna have to wait and see a few days, maybe even a week before we know what this champion's even kind of capable of. As it Q damage down, this is good because you pick Azir for the late game, and this, even though it kind of hurts his late game like the tiniest, but that's not why you pick him late game. This is going to be hurting his levels, well, hard, like his levels 4 to 8 and onwards, but like early to mid game, that's fine. Nothing too big. Galio, mana costs late game, and Q cooldown up later game. Once again, this is alright. I guess it might hurt his laning phase in mid game when he's only built one mana item. He might have to back more often. I don't feel like it's really going to affect him too much again though. Okay, now something I can talk about. Jhin buff. His Q damage, total damage increase. That's good. What I don't like, and I feel like is pointless, is this. Well, this, because it realistically, to Jhin it's only a buff to his Q and then W. I mean, you can, I guess, in a team fight or maybe even in lane, like you can now W off your ult as well. But personally, I don't feel like that interaction is realistically going to help because it's going to be clunky, especially with his Q, because you want to weave auto attacks in. I guess in some situations, I guess it just makes him a little bit more flexible, which is alright. And then the total AD from his passive goes up a little bit late game. It's okay. It's like a little buff. They don't want to send him over the edge, which is fine. Uh, Nocturne buffs to everything. Realistically, he just needs to rework his ultimates, like the power creep in this tool. But I mean, it's going to help him. So it's going to help him for sure. But I feel like for the champion to be healthy and strong, he needs a little bit of a rework. Olaf, E cooldown down, and Ragnarok gets bonus attack damage, but it's gone down. But now he gets a percentage, so it's more catered towards the full damage. Not full damage, but like a bruiser Olaf rather than a full tank Olaf. That's fine. That is fine. The new Rengar update. I say new. The Rengar revert. Yeah, the revert back to his old self really wasn't good. Uh, I feel like he just doesn't do. Yeah, just doesn't do enough damage unless he's stupidly far ahead, which is the problem that he had anyway. So we'll see what this does. I don't realistically feel like it's going to do anything. Well, yeah, I mean, it'll help him out a little bit. I don't feel like it's going to do too much though. Maybe these bug fixes. I'm not going to go into bug fixes, but maybe that'll help. So Rise after 8.4 was one of the champions that actually like was strong and just got even fucking stronger because of Saras was got a huge buff. So this is fine. I feel like this this is fine. This is all fine because he's getting a little bit of damage back anyway. So it's not like they're just taking power away from him. I think they're just trying to find a nerf to like the LCS, the pro leagues, but still try and keep him strong in solo queue, which is something they've struggled with for ages. So they gave him more damage. You know, there's more fighting in solo queue, there's more wave clearing in the pro leagues. So that's took a nerf. Yeah, Shyvana, slight buff. It's gonna help her out a little bit. She's also gonna like the press the attack buffs that's coming this patch again after they reworked it. It really hurt her. Skarner, probably top two junglers. No, probably the best jungler at the moment. So a little bit on the stun. I think this with this timing it means that he can't, or it's a bit harder for him to stun into ultimate into stun. I think this means that the timings might be a little bit off, and that you can flash or dash or run away from the before the second stun goes off. The Swain rework, I don't know. As an ADC main, the Swain rework seemed alright. It seemed fine. I guess they aren't happy uh with how it went. You know how they are. They like to see the champion, and not many people have been playing it after like the first week because all that happened would they fucking end. So Q cooldown early game, that's fine. Little help to his early game. W is going to be bigger, that's fine as well. I did feel like because the amount of time it takes for the W to go off, it shouldn't only be good when it comes to scouting. I mean, there is the whole never move W combo, but it's you have to W beforehand and then you're banking on your A. So the radius being a bit bigger is it's nice. The Q cooldown, the Q cooldown is also nice, and the E radius has gone up a bit, and the ultimate. Okay, so it now goes through like the walls. Yep, it goes through the walls. So this is going to help him. You're probably going to see a lot more Swain. A lot more Swain top lane and mid lane this patch. Tristana nerfs. Tristana's still going to do the same thing late game. I feel like she's still going to do the same thing late game. She's still going to be like that good hyper carry. You know, she's not like the best hyper carry, but she's going to be a hyper carry still. But they just want to hurt her early game a little bit, try and give her some weaknesses, so she'll probably be poked out a little bit more. But the W buffs means she can all in if you land, like jump on them, which is doable if you catch someone out. So this is like a little, it's not a rework, but it's a little change. You know, she's got more all in for a little bit of a trade-off in the early game. This is fine. She'll still be, I feel like she'll still be a relatively strong ADC. You'll still be able to pick her, but I don't know if she'll be top 5 anymore because of the fleet footwork nerfs and press the attack buffs that are coming in. Although she can use press the attack as well. So actually, with press the attack being stronger and her needing to be a more all-in champion, maybe we'll still see Tristana. I don't know. Yeah, Twitch buffs after last patch, they nerfed him after trying to rework press the attack. It was a failure. They're giving him some more damage now, and press the attack's getting a buff. Volibear's probably the. Actually, when I said Skarner, you know, it's Volibear or Skarner. Probably still Skarner that's the best jungler at the moment. But Volibear is ridiculous at the moment, so they're just nerfing him a little bit. Zoe buffs. Her Q. Okay, so they're giving her more damage on her Q, but now it doesn't scale with her passive damage. So it's a buff, but it's not as big as a buff as people might think. They are buffing its base damage as well, though. So she's gonna have more wave clear. She's gonna have well, I say more wave clear. She's going to have a bit more wave clear, especially early game where this 80% doesn't really matter because the base of nearly 50, which is a third, kind of takes over, including the ability power that you get that's just standard. So she's gonna like this. Yeah, a little bit safer as a pick as well. She's gonna like this. Sion bug fix this made him the best top laner. Pretty much had to ban him every game. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully this puts him down a little bit. I don't mind him being strong, but the E hitbox was bullshit. Double doubles. We knew going into last patch that we'd need to watch our changes to Hand of Baron. Hand of Baron. Okay, so that. Okay, so they're nerfing the combo that it makes, where Baron siege minions with Banner of Command could 8-shot a tower, which was absolutely ridiculous, but they nerfed it. So that's that. Probably see a bit less of it. Cinderhulk, 15% less bonus. Health modifier. With all the tank nerfs anyway over the last few patches, this might be enough to start seeing other picks. Picks like Kha'Zix were already pretty strong. We might start seeing more like Kha'Zix and Elise, especially with Tracker's Knife being removed last patch as well. Hextech, Hextech's getting a buff. Okay, so they're buffing its base damage. I think they put this down to 0.2, so it's got better base. They just want it to be a pick item somewhere where if you see someone out of position, you can, use it, slow them. So they're buffing the slow, buffing the base, but they don't want it to scale super well, I guess. I don't know. We'll probably be seeing this. We probably still won't see this with Ludens being so strong. It's just not really worth the trade-off. Maybe on Taliyah, if she can hit her worked grand, and a few other champions, but not realistically going to be seen on too many champions. Warmog's armor nerf. I think what this will probably mean is that you can't third item the Warmog's armor anymore on junglers. You'll probably have to pick up at least another HP item, like a giant's, maybe with a giant's belt and then Warmog's, but that's really inefficient. So I think what they want is you to have 3 items before Warmog's can start healing you back up to 3000 HP. Okay, so turrets are now going to be dealing a tiny bit more health to melee minions. Don't think it's going to matter too much, but it just means you leave them on 10%. Oh, sorry. Cloud buff Drake. Now, this is nice. Personally, I like this buff. I feel like it needed to come a long time ago. Oh, sorry, I'm just stretching. I think it needed to come a long time ago, but it's here now, and I feel like it's still probably the worst dragon because Ocean is so nice in lane, but this is definitely probably now, especially for the mid game, it's worth taking now. I feel like this is worth taking. It's not just like let's ignore Cloud Drake or get it as we've got nothing else to do. Maybe it's worth getting now. It gives you in combat stats as well, which is what everyone wanted. Slight buff to precision domination, which is fine. Not many people are taking it at the moment, so press the attack buffs. Now, this, I feel like, combined with this, might be able to bring back some of the ADCs like Lucian, Draven. I'm not sure about Kalista, but the aggressive laners, maybe Tristana, like I say, bring back because she's just been like nerfed-ish, like tried to been brought down. But with this nerf being bigger than what people might think, because you have to get off 2 heals early game now, because it's not always against minions as well. So 2 heals now instead of 1 to just get the same as you were last patch, and it wasn't great early game last patch. So I feel like you don't always want to be waiting for this to scale. So I feel like this is nice, especially for ADCs. I feel like we could start seeing a few more kill lanes coming through, which would be nice because the bot lane's in a bit of a stale situation at the moment. Aftershock cooldown increased, that's fine. Another nerf to tanks ish, like most tank junglers. Some tank junglers at least were taking this. So mana flow has a cooldown indicator, should have been done in pre-season. Bug fixes. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yep, that's pretty much everything. So tell me what you think of this patch, and tell me what you think about this patch rundown. First one. I'll bring out another one every patch. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.